I say that is because communication has evolved over time, and we have text messaging now. People constantly text, and I'm one that always texts people. So 24 hours would be a long time without my phone. Plus that.
Okay, I do not think I can go 24 hours without using my phone because I need my phone for texting, calling, in case of emergency, and it would be really hard if I didn't have a cell phone. I couldn't contact people, I couldn't do a lot, I couldn't find out how many hours I need for my job, and yeah, it would be really hard.
Without my phone. Phone is life. What do you do when you're sitting in class and the teacher's talking about something you don't really care about? You draw on the desk like in 3rd grade. You gotta have your phone, Facebook, Twitter,
For the longest time, social media has always taken over my life. Twitter and Facebook mainly. Recently, I have deleted my Twitter and Facebook just because I felt like it was being powerful over my life. So, deleted it recently.
No, I don't think social media completely took over my life, but I do feel the need to check my Facebook every few days or every day. But in a way it has, but in another way it hasn't, but not completely taken over my life, but for the most part, yes.
Social media hasn't affected my life because it is part of my life. So instead of wasting my time emailing people, I just go tweet something real quick, throw a status up on Facebook, it's just there.
In some ways, I do believe that people are socially isolated from the world. They have Facebook and Twitter, so they're socially active on social media, but physically, yes, I do believe that we are. Kids have iPads and electronics now to entertain themselves instead of going to playgrounds or climbing trees or doing whatever.
Okay. In a way, I do feel like people are more socially isolated because instead of seeing each other face to face, they would rather text or tweet or message each other on Facebook. So, yeah, I do feel that way. And most people, they don't really know how to communicate because of all the texting that they do. So, yeah, I do feel that they're socially.
Yes, because when you see someone in public, you're like, hey, it's all awkward. But when it comes onto like Twitter or Facebook or anything like that, you're like, hey, what's up, girl? Because you got the guts to do it them, and that's how us teen, like our generation, was learned to do that. So.
Yeah, I think I could live without my phone. Communication nowadays is just electronically, but physically communicating with someone, I think, is the best way to do it. So I definitely could live without my phone.
If I didn't have my phone, I would go crazy. I use my phone for GPS, navigation. I use my phone for texting, calling, and if I didn't have my phone, it would be hard for me to find hours on my job. It would be hard for me to tell my mom where I am in case of emergencies. That would be hard for me too. And if I didn't have a phone, life would be way more difficult. So I wouldn't manage good.